Apocalypse Gaming.
Hi there folks, hope everyone's well. In my last video I mentioned that I'm going to be building a Rubicon kit for the group build. This is the one here I'm going to be building. It's the M3A1 Halftrack, but me being me, I'm not building it as it is, because I don't like building things as they are when I'm doing them, even if they're historical vehicles, because that bores me. Quite frankly, it bores me. So this is going to be part of my Soviet Lend Lease force. So again, I've done the research, and again the Soviets had these. However, the versions the Soviets had weren't called M3s, M3A1s. They were in fact M3E2s, M5s, because essentially they're the same vehicle externally, but they changed the drive chain, they changed the electronics, and instead of being bolted on, the armour plating's welded on. Otherwise, it looks exactly the same vehicle. So that's what I'm going to be building, and we'll do a quick unboxing of this baby. Let's get a quick look at the back as well before we crack it open and look at the actual sprues. So you can pause the video and read that text if it interests you, and let's get on and crack this box open. Right, so as I like to do, let's discover this together. So here we have the decal sheet. Again, as I've become very used to now with Rubicon, the decal sheet has came in a bag, which I love, over the fact of tissue paper over the top. It just means these decals are so far better protected than the standard way decals are shipped. I wish every manufacturer would do it that way. Also, may as well talk about it now. I've found from using the decals from Rubicon as well, they're a really good, crisp, clear decal and a solid construction for putting on. Some decals can be too stiff, other ones can be too thin. They've really hit a really good balance with the decals. Still use your microsol and microset when you're putting them on, or some other sort of decal solution. They're just my preferred favourites, but really good decals overall I found when using these ones. Again, won't be using these though because it's going to be Soviet. So here we have the instruction manual. Bear with me again, I haven't actually looked at this, so we're learning together as we go through it. So 2 sprues in the hull separate, which as we can see is attached to the card. So 2 sprues in a separate hull. Again, I'm trying to do this through the camera lens because where I've got it positioned is difficult for me to actually see. So nice, clear, crisp as always, as I'm finding with the Rubicon models. Two different constructions there, options wise. Again, telling us that those options there work with that. Again, that appears to be more rear options, depending on which way you want to do it. I think I'll do the ladders, but we'll see as we build it. And a windscreen template. Having built the Opel Blitz model, I actually found that the template that was here for just copying was slightly too small. We'll find out if that comes across with this one as well. And maybe you need to actually do the proper measurements rather than just trace. I'll discover that this time. If I do the actual windscreen, depends on how I build it, whether it's going to be the front canopy up or the front canopy down. But again, as we can see, not a lot to the construction. Looks really, really easy. Everything you need to know highlighted and talked about. Again, more of the options that you can put in. And a wee historical blurb if you're interested in it. Again, it does interest me, the historical blurbs, even though I don't actually do them, or tend not to do them in the way they actually they were. That tells you the Soviet Red Army had some, the looks of it. Cool. One thing I would like Rubicon to do is, although I don't build it the same way it comes on the kit, is if you could put some extra sheets in here, or a single extra sheet suggesting where to put the decals. That is one thing I've found a little frustrating. Again, it hasn't affected me because I don't build or haven't built any of the kits yet using the decals because I've done them all as Soviet stuff. But it's my one little detraction is the lack of something in here to suggest decal placement for maybe one or two of the variants. That'd be an excellent addition, I think, to the kits, but otherwise really happy with them. So let's get this cracked open and we'll take a wee look. So again, do it on camera. And let's adjust the light a wee bit here. So again, remember this is a wargaming kit, not a display based scale model kit, and the detail is really good. All the bolts on here. I'm probably going to have to see if I can find some photos of the Soviet ones of these to see if I need to file off all these bolts. I don't think I will though, because I like them there, even if the Soviet ones were welded, not war welded. So I think I'll probably leave them anyway. But cracking detail there on the actual hull. Nothing much to see underneath. So let's open up one of the sprue bags, sit the other one out the way just so it helps us for the focus. And don't pick the knife up palm down into the blade, that was rather silly of me. Seems I just changed the blade for this. Sorry about the fluffing. Right, let's get a good look at this. I'll try and do it slowly enough that I don't make you dizzy as we go through the sprue. So, as always seems to be the case, I've picked it up on reverse side first, so I think there's quite a bit of detail not getting seen here, but you can see all the venting holes etc. on the guns. So I'll do a flip over of this in a second so we can see the other side of the sprue as well. So I'm guessing that F and G will make sense once we actually go through the instructions. So that's that side. Let's flip it over. Capture some of the more detailed parts. Again, really crisp, clear on the sprue. No flash worth worrying about. If there is any, actually, I'm saying no flash worth worrying about. I actually don't see any flash, so that's a lot more accurate to say it that way than none worth worrying about. I mean, even here, can we get a really good sharp look at that? That's crisp, that's clear, that's detailed. That's the first sprue, and we'll go on and look at the second sprue. So, got the second sprue, let's get it cut open. Again, everything's all bagged up, so you're not going to get any missing parts the way they send this to you, which has happened to me before. Yes, other manufacturers tend to be very good and send you the part anyway if you need it, but you don't want to be in that situation. You want everything to be there, and that's what having all the sprues individually bagged means. Again, as always, because I'm blonde, I've managed to pick it up on the non-detailed side first. But that just means you've got anticipation coming to get to the detailed side. Something else it looks like, yep, as you look closely, there's a flat edge to that tyre. I noticed that on the Opel Blitz kit that I built as well. The tyres have been moulded and sculpted as if there's a bit of weight on them. So it's taking the weight in the vehicle, just adding that slight flat ridge to it, which I think is great. So I'm really going to enjoy building this kit. If you don't know already, I've got a thing for half tracks. Something about them I really like. Okay, One thing I will criticise you there for, Rubicon, is the faces. I noticed that on the Opel Blitz one as well. The faces are a wee bit naive from what I've come accustomed to when it comes to wargaming models. Nothing majorly wrong with them, they're anatomically correct, everything's there, but they just feel marginally a wee bit naive. But it's nothing overall major to complain about. You can be the judge of that, because I think the camera's picking them up really, really well. But yeah, loving it. Again, the deck plating there looks really good, really crisp. And just to reiterate, this is a wargaming model, so the detail on it is far above what I would expect for the level, the crispness to the detail of it. What I'd expect for something for wargaming. Liking it very, very much. I think that was the lights, there was something about an option for, probably option to cut them off if you don't want them. But we'll find out as we go through the construction process. So that's both the sprues. Looking forward to getting this built. From previous experience of building one of these kits, I can probably fire it up in a few hours. They fall together, they're so easy to build. Generally stuff is keyed as well. I've not noticed, I haven't been looking at that. I've got all the lug holes and everything there for joining the two sections together. Again, that looks like a keyed area there. So again, I expect this one almost to fall together again. They're not quite easy kits, but if you're looking to get someone into building some armour, it's a great place to start these kits because they are so simple and so easy to build. So hopefully you enjoyed the review, and next up we'll have a building of it, and then after that I'll do some footage of the showcase model and actually how I painted it. So there should be another 3 videos about this one as well. So take care my friends, all the best.
Apocalypse Gaming.